NBM of Africa totally disassociates itself from the black arts. NBM of Africa has nothing to do with the black arts, confraternity, or whatever they call it. Black arts is well known to be a criminal organization.
Dissociated itself from the Black Axe confraternity, saying NBM is not a dumping ground for criminals and should not be dragged into acts of criminality committed by unscrupulous elements. Joining us now on Morning Show is Olorogun Ese Kako JP, National President NBM of Africa, popularly called Neo-Black Movement of Africa. He's joined by Honorable Efe Akwokinyovo, member, Body of Founders and member, Board of Trustees, NBM of Africa. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Show.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. There is some confusion out there. Most people, their belief is that the Black Axe is the same as the Neo-Black movement. In fact, if we check Wikipedia, as of this morning, it says the Black Axe movement, also known as the Neo-Black movement, founded in University of Benin at so time. When you look at the symbol, the various symbols that are there, color yellow, color black, the axe, and then, recently there was a story that Interpol, under an operation called Jackal 3, had arrested about 300 persons under that operation conducted this year for all kinds of criminal activities. Even if we check, the U.S. Department of Justice, it identifies the Black Axe movement as the same Neo-Black movement that was established at the University of Benin. So where is the confusion coming from? I don't know where to start. Maybe I should start with Olorogun Kako and then Honorable. Both of you can give us your perspective.
Okay. Good morning, Dr. Abati. Good morning, Nigerians. I think we should first of all identify the objectives of the NBM of Africa. NBM of Africa was founded under the principles of Pan-Africanism in the advancement of black solidarity, social justice, and equality for all the disadvantaged persons globally. And the motto of the NBM of Africa is social justice, equality, equity for all. NBM of Africa totally disassociates itself from the black arts. NBM of Africa has nothing to do with the black arts, confraternity, or whatever they call it. Black arts is well known to be a criminal organization. And the NBM totally finds it maligning and defaming for anybody to associate the NBM with black arts.
Yeah, but I just drew attention to Wikipedia. I mean, it's a thing that you can easily correct. If that is, considered an unfair association.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati.
In terms of nomenclature.
I think there's a conspiracy to malign the members of NBM of Africa. We've tried severally to bring down that particular page on Wikipedia, but we couldn't. Immediately we tried to change the narrative. Some persons will bring it up again. It means there are persons working on that particular page. It's a conspiracy. To the best of my knowledge, I think some persons are being paid to malign the character of members of NBM of Africa. We totally disagree with that. And it's fictitious. It's like a movie, It's fictitious for anybody to be writing such on the social media. You can only see that on the social media. We have different paid, any story about NBM of Africa attracts attention. Even on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, they do pay them. Once you come up with the NBM of Africa, you open a social media handle. In the next 24 hours, you have more than 10,000 followers. And the social media handle owners will start paying those people. Sometimes they pay them 50,000 naira a month And there's nothing we can. We've reported those pages, those handles to be brought down, but to date, nothing has been done about it. Okay. And the NBM of Africa should not be held accountable for imitation.
Okay, let's go to Honorable Akpokinofu. Maybe you also help clarify the issues about symbols. Apart from the confusion over the names, you know, the Black Axe movement, they call themselves Aye, you know, to identify, you know, brothers or axeman, okay? The NBM too uses Aye, isn't it so? The same colors, black, white, yellow. Now, why the confusion? And the New Black Movement, at least when I was an undergraduate, used to publish a magazine titled The Black Axe. So why so much, you know, correspondence between these two groups that you say are not the same?
For me, I feel the issue has to do with the word black. Because if you say NBM, when I joined the movement in 1983, I filled the form. And the form said Neo Black Movement of Africa. It did not state anything concerning the Blackers. Just like you also rightly pointed out, it was a magazine that was psycho-styled and distributed to talk about the ills of the campuses. And by 1986, we saw that people were copying it and using it for their own benefits. And this organization has grown beyond my wildest imagination. As we grew, we found that certain people whom we had brought in were not towing the ideals and principles, the traditions and respect that we have built on. And such people were expelled. So some of these expelled members, I'm sure, are the ones who are presently on our website. The people who were expelled this year and last year, we publish their names. So if you go out there and you are floating organizations and creating issues, we are working assiduously to keep our traditions, our principles, and our African ideals. We keep our structure. We have our internal discipline. Take, for instance, you were talking about the German organization having captured 300 members or caught people. Can you give us the names? NBM of Africa has a voluminous biometric data system. So if you say somebody is a member of NBM of Africa, give us the name and we'll produce his biometric data to you if he's our member. If he's not our member, we will tell you he's not our member. But we've said all this directly to most of the security agencies, but they don't pay attention.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. There's some confusion still, with all due respect. I say this because I hear you saying that the NBM is separate from the Black Axe.
Yes.
But your logo as NBM is a Black Axe, exactly the same as the Black Axe. Your history is the same as the Black Axe, founded in 1977 in Amagba in Benin City, headquartered there, exactly as the Black Axe. Is there any kind of possibility that these are some of the bad eggs in the movement, or they are factions of the movement? Or are you saying that you're totally separate? Because the similarities are too uncanny to just ignore, and that's perhaps why people might want to mix you up. Is there a difference in your history? The founders, because the founders are also similar. The names are almost identical of the founders of both. So just for clarity, it would be nice to hear why there's so much similarity, or perhaps maybe the possibility of a faction of the NBM who are then perpetuating these criminal activities. I'll start with you, Ologo, and then I'll come to you, Mr. Apun.
Thank you very much. Like Honorable F.A. Akpokinofu said earlier on, that we've expelled so many, sanctioned so many members. I was elected in the year 2021 to sanitize the organization. The body of founders came to me and appealed to me that I'll be the only one that has the capacity to sanitize the organization. And I gave them some conditions that I should be allowed, if at all I'm going to take that offer, I should be allowed to do my job. A lot of persons were sanctioned, expelled, suspended, and including 3 former presidents and senior members of the organization. And a lot of them went online to start writing all sorts of things, trying to link the organization to the Black Axe, knowing fully well that if they link it up, it will cause a lot of ripples in the organization. But by the grace of God, we've been able to stabilize and able to defend the organization. I've been invited severally by the Interpol, profiled, and asked to go. Nothing has been found. And also, the axe is not black.
Okay.
It's just an axe. And the logo does not in any way infer violence or lawlessness.
On your website, it is black. On your website, your logo is yellow, black, and white, and the hands and the, it's just a cuff that is white.
Whatever. The logo does not in any way infer lawlessness or criminality. The logo, the significance of that logo is the axe itself is a tool used in the farm by average farmers. And you know the average farmers are subsistence farmers. They use the axe in cutting down trees, firewood, and rocks. The NBM is built around the traditional culture, African culture.
Okay.
And the word aye means two different, Yoruba means survival, we are together. And the English word of aye also means yes, yes, meaning we are together, and the shackles of the oppression being given to the black man will no longer continue.
All right. Okay, yeah, because on your website, you actually explain the symbolism of the logo, and it doesn't talk about agriculture. It actually says that the axe, what you said, is to break the chain of oppression, and like I said, it's so similar to the same, from the history of the Black Axe. So let me come to Mr. Ife and ask you as well. And again, I repeat the question that could this potentially be a faction? Maybe the bad eggs are amongst you, because I understand the need to dissociate as a result of the bad press it's receiving currently. But the truth is that there are too many similarities to take away from the organizations being almost exactly the same.
There's a lot of copycatting. Now, the first set of people, from my perspective, people are invited to become members. And not everybody who goes gets in. So if me and you are friends, and they take me and they don't take you, you will feel very bad. And the fact that we have personal friends does not stop you from having certain information of what is happening within NBM of Africa. So gradually over time, as we put out people who we do not feel can become a part of us, we naturally, slowly build up a group of people who have an idea of what NBM is all about. Now, when you pick somebody on the street and you ask the person, what is NBM? He does not even know. You ask the person what is Black Axe, he does not even know. Even the security agencies are compounding them, because they catch a criminal, rather than tell the person or lock the person up, they say you are Black Axe. Say you are NBM. And then at the end of the day, you don't prosecute these persons. We keep saying it, and we will continue to say it. When you catch a person that is a criminal, deal with that person squarely. If you meet somebody who's an axeman and is unruly, please report to the nearest member. Our names are not secret. Every axeman has a name that is taken from an African hero, from an African personality of importance. Like my national president is Jaja Jawara. I am called Zenofazizi. The names are everywhere. It's not a secret. We have never made it secret. So people can pick anything, say anything, or do anything. And that's why we went over the last 15 to 20 years to have a biometric database.
Sir, if you would just allow me to interject, I want to clarify, because you'd said that as Axemen, we all have African names. So members of NBM also called Axemen. I just want to, because you were saying as Axemen. Yes. Okay, so members of NBM yes. are also known as Axemen, yes. but it's different to the Black Axemen.
No, I don't know about Black Axemen.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is what I believe in my organization happens. Now, my organization runs a two structure. We have an executive arm and we have a legislative arm at every level of the organization. We have a National Council of Elders, of which I'm a permanent member. The National Council of Elders, in a quarterly meeting, is briefed by the national president on activities that has gone so far in the last 3 months and seeks permission for other activities. Within that same process, we hold meetings, take decisions, and the executive arm goes ahead. During that same council meeting, we review actions that have been taken by members across the board, and disciplinary actions are meted out. This is an organization with so much internal structure and discipline. So when we hear people talk about it and talk as if Black Axe is an organization, I don't know them. We have never sat down together. But it is obvious that the social media is awash with it. We are doing our best to remove ourselves. We went to visit the people who were killed in the Catholic Church in Owo. I was there. We just finished with displaced people in Ugeli, get them food items. Even a sub-zone built a water tank, a solar water tank, to feed the community water. So when you are seeing people doing this kind of activities, they are expressing themselves on the basis of our culture. Our tradition and our culture is embedded in us. That's why we chose the Oba of Benin. Since the movement started in Benin, we chose the Oba of Benin as a model to follow.
Okay, Mr. Olorogun, very quickly, as we're wrapping up in 1 minute, I know you said that, there's a conspiracy against NBM and, maybe some members who have left are working against the organization. So is it safe to say that Black Axe is made up of disgruntled former members of NBM then?
We only hear about Black Axe on the internet and on social media. I don't know them. I only know that there are some expelled members, sanctioned members that are on the internet working every day, day and night, round the clock to bring the organization down. Like Dr. Abati said, if you go online, you see Wikipedia there. 3 weeks ago, we tried to bring that page down. Someone else was operating on that page, and the person was even warning that if we continue, that is going to try every means, use every means to bring our website down. So I believe there's a conspiracy, and I will advise the public to be mindful of what they say. When you malign people's character, you defame people's character, it's libelous. We already have people in court that we've taken to court. We have several cases of persons that have defamed our character that are in court.
Well, we're almost running out of time. We've been talking about you saying, well, the people who identified themselves, they are probably bad eggs that were expelled. And there are some prominent persons in society, celebrities, people of good stature in society who are members of the NBM of Africa that we can say, well, these are the role models from NBM Africa. Since you say it's not a confraternity, it's an open society involving worthy causes, can we have some names?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Abati. This right on my table here is the membership application form of every member, of everybody, applicants that wishes to join. Is a public document. We have our constitution, which is a public document. everything. There's no secret. We don't hold secret meetings.
But some of your prominent members, let us
Yes,
know.
we have prominent senior citizens
Like
in
who?
Nigeria,
And who?
yeah. Except you want me to give you our database for you to. Yes, if you wish to have our
To
database,
inspire people who want to feel reform.
we'll give you.
They're your ambassadors. They would even help to launder the
I'm
image
a
from black acts.
yes, I'm a model.
So do we have celebrities, Dr. Batet asked, musicians, people who are part of the job? Because, people see them. So if they say, oh, this person is in NBM, maybe I want to be as well.
Maybe Honorable Akpo will help us. Like retired persons, who got to the highest level in society, in their professions.
One of the things we've tried not to do is to publicize people. Because the repercussion most times for people who are sensitive, we have at least in Delta State 3 permanent secretaries. Do I call their names for you? You want to jeopardize their work?
No, but
We have a deputy director at DSS.
Society, so how does that jeopardize their work? You said we can have access to the database.
Because of this wrong impression that is being painted.
We're trying to correct that, aren't we?
Yes. Now, when you call somebody and you say, he is our member, unless the person tells you that he is our member, we don't feel it is necessary. We are doing what we can do to clean up the system. There are so many of us everywhere. Even in this studio.
Okay. So I wanted to I just wanted.
Even in this
Yes, even in this studio.
I can tell you I'm not the one.
No,
so.
definitely not. When I say in this studio, in this organization.
Okay, the organization.
Yes, we've met a couple
Don't
of them
jeopardize
who
now,
came here.
because
But do I
saying
not call that man because I met him here today and tell you that he's a member of my organization?
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Well, I hear there's a special greeting. I think maybe the producer is the person in this station because he seems to know a lot about, your greetings and the likes. Ozzy, we're watching you, and Iken now, we're watching both of you. Well, thank you so much for your time with us this morning. I think it's important for us to have conversations like this.
To respond to the handshake or the greeting?
Yes, please. I want to appeal to the security agencies. Our books are open. We have various bank accounts. They can come and audit our accounts. Okay. The books are open. We'll give them the account numbers and see if we have any sort of funds, illegal funds coming into the accounts. Our finances are gotten from dues and contributions from members. And like I myself, I belong to a zone in Delta. And in my zone, I pay 12,000 naira every year annually, which is 1,000 naira a month. Okay.
I know we have to totally go, but I think a lot of people like to know. There's this song by a popular Nigerian musician. Yeah. Is it connected to you in any way?
That's the Yoruba
word. Is it connected?
It's a Yoruba term.
But is it connected?
It means survivor.
Is it connected?
No.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to ask, because then he should pay copyright to you people for using your what you say. Yeah, by Davido. By the way, thank you so much for coming on.
Please, there's some other thing I will need to. There's this because most of these problems are not like the accusation from the Interpol. I think that is in a bid to set back the Nigerian security forces. The Nigerian police are one of the best. They are judged as one of the best in the world in terms of intelligence.
Okay.
I will advise they give out those names of the 300 persons arrested to the Nigerian security forces, most especially the AFCC. I'm also a victim of fraud. A lot of members in my organization are also victims of fraud.
All right. Well, I can appreciate that. Thank you so much for coming today and for.
So I believe you guys have watched this broadcast. Please, I want you to leave your own opinion at the comment section. And please also don't fail to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you.